Dear colleagues, we'll continue our working day, and now I give the floor to Minister of Defense spokesman on ATO-related issues, Colonel Andriy Lysenko. Good afternoon, dear colleagues. Now, the information about the events that happened during the last 24 hours in the ATO area. It should be noted that yesterday the number of violations by the enemy in Lugansk area increased. The militant groups delivered 6 times more shellings than the previous day, namely 36, and out of this number, 32 were in the region of Popasna. The shelling started after dinner and lasted until late at night. Statistics is bad, so during last 24 hours in Popasna region and adjacent territories, the enemy launched more than 140 mortar mines, 17 artillery shells, and 3 they used also APCs, and enemy snipers were active. And after midnight, the enemy decreased military activity but continued mortar shelling. In Stanitsa Luganska, the enemy violated ceasefire using grenade launchers, small arms, and one more armed provocation was delivered in Izbenka, Donetsk area. Here, the enemy didn't broaden the theater of military actions, but continued to shell our positions at Zaitsevo, Avdiivka, Novgorodska, and Novosilovka Druga. Also, the enemy renewed mortar shelling in Avdiivka, and late at night, the militants launched 7 mines in Novosilovka Druga. Small arms were used during the day and at night. On the whole, during last 24 hours in the Donetsk area, there were 13 enemy shellings. In the Mariupol area, the situation remained the same. Our positions in Mariinka came under enemy fire, Mariinka, Starognatovka, and at the line of confrontation from Pavlopol to Shirokino. And weaponry changed that was used by the Russian terroristic forces. They used small arms, and also the militants used mortars in Talakivka, launching 10 mines. Also there was shelling with the use of APC, and enemy sniper was active in Mariinka. On the whole, during the last 24 hours in the Donetsk area, the enemy violated ceasefire 19 times. Also, Ukrainian servicemen recorded the flight of air drone of the enemy in Mariupol area, and also our military intelligence recorded the activity of 4 reconnaissance groups of the enemy in the Donetsk area. Despite these attacks during the last 24 hours and the result of the military actions, no Ukrainian servicemen was killed or wounded. According to the information provided by the Chief Intelligence Department of MOD, confirmed losses of the enemy are 1 heavily wounded and 3 killed militants from so-called 7th Detached Motorized Brigade. That happened because of the explosion of the mine. And lastly, as military intelligence confirmed, in the occupied territories of Donbass, Russia actively recruit volunteers to participate in military actions in Syria. They propose several thousand of US dollars a month. That is really big money because of terrible economic conditions in the territory of so-called LPR and DPR. If you have questions, please ask. Do you have questions or comments? If there are no, thank you. This is the end of press conference. Thank you and goodbye. Dear colleagues, our next briefing is at 1 p.m.